A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I hope everyone is fine and doing good. We will start our class with the talk of the day. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. By Jalaluddin Muhammad Balkhi, popularly known as Maulana Rumi. In other words, you are crafted with the intelligence of the entire universe. Quantum physics have said that if you take one photon of light and send it through a black hole, that single photon of light would carry with it all the information of the universe. We are all holographic beings. In simple words, if we will just look at ourselves and how we are created, we will be able to understand the creation of universe. We are a universe in ourselves. Our first chapter is the universe, in which we will study different phenomena occurring in our universe and about different celestial bodies in our universe. In this first picture, we can clearly see a planet, and this planet is our Earth. We all know that it has 70% of water. There are 7 continents and 5 oceans. It is believed that it is the only planet in which life exists, though many astronomers are trying to find life on other planets as well. Our Earth has one moon. Different planets have different moons, but our Earth has one moon. Here is a solar system. Now, a question arises why it is called as solar system. There are many planetary systems like ours in the universe, with planets orbiting a host star. Our planetary system is named the solar system because our sun is named Sol, after the Latin word for sun. Solis, and anything related to the sun we call solar. There are 8 planets revolving around our sun, or our solar system. There are 8 planets. Number 1 is Mercury. Number 2 is Venus. Venus is believed that it is the most hottest planet of our solar system. Now, why it is hottest? As Mercury is most nearer to the sun, then why Venus is most hottest planet? It is because it has clouds of sulfuric acid, and there are many volcanoes on Venus as well, which makes it is a hottest planet of our solar system. Number 3 is our Earth. Number 4 is Mars. 5th is Jupiter, which is the largest planet of our solar system. Then we have Saturn, Uranus, and the 8th planet is Neptune. Before 2006, there were 9 planets in our solar system. But in 2006, it was declared that Pluto is no more a planet and by International Astronomical Union. So now there are 8 planets in our solar system. This is a celestial body which is spiral in shape. It is called as galaxy. Our galaxy is called as Milky Way because of its appearance, as it can be seen in white color or in silver color. That's why we call it as a Milky Way. Basically, in Milky Way consists of clusters of stars, solar system held together by the gravitational force. Why one solar system is not shifting to another galaxy's solar system? It is all because of the gravitational force. Now, in this picture, we can see that there is a black hole. Now, what is a black hole? It is a region where gravity is so strong that no particle can pass through it. Even the gravitational force is so great that a light cannot get out of it. Now, this is a picture of universe in which we can clearly see different galaxies, stars, planets, moons, comets, asteroids. Basically, universe is a large thing in which all these celestial bodies exists. Now we will come towards different definitions related to space. So we will go one by one. So in this first picture, we can see that it shows us a satellite. There are natural satellite as well and artificial satellite. The natural satellite is moon and artificial satellites are all these things which are artificially revolving around the earth. Now satellites have different purposes. They are used for weather forecasting, radio, television, mobile signals. But here we will look at satellites which have telescope on them. So our first definition will be space telescope. Space telescope or space observatory is a telescope located in outer space to observe distant planets, galaxies, and other astronomical objects. Why we place them to observe different phenomena occurring in space? Because if we place something on Earth, there are different clouds and dust particles because of which we cannot clearly look at space. That's why they are placed in space. So we can clearly see different objects or celestial objects clearly. Okay, in this chapter, we will look at two telescopes. First is Hubble telescope. It is placed 600 kilometer above the Earth. Its mirror is 240 centimeter in diameter. It captures black and white images. The second telescope which we'll read will be Chandra. Basically, it captures X-ray images of different celestial objects. Now, here we can clearly see that our second definition, there is a big cloud. And now, what is this cloud? How this cloud is different from other clouds is basically this cloud is in space, not in our Earth. This cloud, we can clearly see this cloud in space between stars. So what is this cloud called? This cloud is called as nebulae. Nebulae, singular nebula, are clouds of dust, hydrogen, helium, and other gases found between the stars. Basically, these are huge clouds between the stars. And why these they form clouds? Because in these clouds there are different gases and dust particle, and they form clouds, and these clouds are called as nebula. Okay, in this picture we can see that some distance is being measured, but this distance is in space. In Earth we use kilometer and meter to measure distances, but the distances in space are so huge that we cannot measure them in kilometer and meters. We cannot say Neptune is hundreds of thousands of kilometers away from Earth. We cannot understand that huge distances. So, astronomers use a terminology called as light year. It is a light, it is a light that travels in 1 year from Sun to Earth. What we say is that planet is uh, different 10 light years away from the Earth. A light year is a unit of distance. It is the distance that light can travel in 1 year. Light travels at 299,792,458 meters. That is 299,792,458 meters per second. That is well over 1 billion kilometer an hour, which means nearly 9.5 trillion kilometers in a year. So basically, light year is a unit that is used by astronomers to measure the distances in space. Okay, now this picture, as I have told you, is spiral in shape, is a galaxy. Now, what is a galaxy? Galaxy has clusters of stars and different solar systems in them, and different comets, asteroids in them, but they all are held together by the gravitational force. This is called as galaxy. And as I told you earlier, our galaxy is called as Milky Way. Why it is called as Milky Way? Because of its appearance, as it is silvery, as it white in color. That's why we call our galaxy as Milky Way. A system of millions or billions of stars together with gas and dust held together by gravitational attraction. So these all different celestial objects are held together by the gravitational force or gravitational attraction. Okay, our next definition is Apollo 11. It was the first spacecraft which took the US astronauts to the moon in 1969. Was launched on July 16 and the moon landing was on 20th July. So the first spacecraft that landed on moon was Apollo 11 and the first astronaut which landed was Neil Armstrong. So it took 4 days to land to moon. So our next definition is planet year. What is a planet year? It is a time duration in which any planet orbits around the sun, like Earth takes 365 days to complete one planet year. Every planet has different planet years. Mercury, the nearest planet to the sun, visits in 88 days, while Neptune, the planet furthest from the sun, takes 165 of our years. Basically, it is a time period in which a planets revolve around the sun. It is sometimes it is also called a revolution. Planet year is a revolution in which how much a time a planet is taking to revolve around the sun. A planet also rotates around itself and revolve around the sun as well. As we can see that we have an example of Earth. Earth rotates around itself in 24 hours and it revolves around the sun in 365 days. Now, leap year, a year occurring once every 4 years, which has 366 days, including 29 February as an intercalary day. We can see that every 4th year, one day is added to make up for the 1 upon 4 day. This is called leap year and has 366 days. As we know that every year there are 365 days and some hours, and these some hours after 4 year makes a whole year. That's why this whole day is included after 4 years, and after 4 years the leap year has 366 days. So today what we have discussed is, we have discussed that our Earth is a planetary system called as solar system. Basically, our solar system is in galaxy Milky Way. Our universe consists of moons, planets, suns, galaxies, black holes. Then we have looked at different definitions like telescopes. Telescope, the basic purpose of telescope is to see the distant objects clearly. Then we have studied about nebulae, that these are huge clouds in the space which consist of different gases and dust particles, and that's why these clouds are formed. Then we have studied about light year. Light year is a light traveling in a year from sun to earth, and light year is a unit in which we measure the space distances. Then we have studied about galaxy. Galaxy is a clusters of stars held together by the gravitational force. Then we have studied about Apollo 11. Apollo 11 was the first spacecraft to land on moon, and it was launched in 1969. Then we have looked at the planet year. Planet year is basically a time period in which a planet revolves around the sun. And then we have looked at a leap year, that every fourth year one day is added to make up for the 1/4 day. This is called leap year and has 366 days. Okay, student. What you have to do is you have to write down the definitions of telescope, galaxy, nebulae, light year, Apollo 11, planet year, leap year in your own words. And you have to do this work in your neat copies. And first of all, you have to write down chapter 1, universe. You have to put down date, and then you will write question number 1, define the followings, and one by one you will define these different terminologies in your own word. Okay class, today we will end our topic here. Inshallah, we will meet tomorrow and continue with our topic. So thank you class.